So now I'm just scouring the names of the largest stars for Father. We did U05070. Now I'm just doing this 2 runners up. Pick an N. Oh my gosh, he's right on the end. Oh, Cygni equals Father. Well, that's a glaring one. That's huge. So in the previous video we solved U05070 for Father, but now Cygni equals Father. Because it's also cataloged as V1489. Cygni, which equals Father. And this is going to blow your mind at how the letters Cygni mathematically perfectly point to Father in symmetry. The dead center letter provides the +1 offset, 7. The Y, N knit together to divide by 3. The C and I are the 2 letters that divide by 3, just like in Father. Furthermore, they combine to make 12, a multiple of 6, just like the FR in Father. So God the Father loves this word Cygni. He's very proud of this word Cygni. Like, you probably never knew what this was until now. I certainly had never even heard of this word until now. But God is expanding our knowledge of Him. So feast your eyes on this. This is one of the biggest stars in the entire universe. The second, we solved UI, this is the silver medal for size. And this is glaring. A C is 3 points less. This is so glaring. A C is exactly half an F. 3 and double 3. An I is exactly half an R. 9 and double 9. Those are the only letters that divide by 3 in Father and in Cygni. Disturbingly, the A is the +1 in Father. That is the lowest +1 in English. The Y is the highest +1 in English. Now, track with me. The +2 right here in Father is right there, just like the +2 in Cygni, and then the dead center provides the +1 offset. The TH, the dead center Father, is 27 + 1, and this is 7 + 1, or 6 + 1, excuse me. +1 provides the offset. So that is the official flawless, perfect, symmetrical painting of the name F-A-T-H-E-R, Father, the name above all names, being pointed to exactly perfectly by Cygni. While the Trinity is maximally glorified letter for letter because it's all in offsets of 3s, as I just detailed. And Cygni equals Father. Done. Done. Cygni equals Father, the name above all names. So what is Cygni in the sovereignty of God? Remember, you're staring at the mind of God when you solve this stuff. Cygni is one of the largest stars in the universe. They tried to photograph it. NML Cygni is a red hypergiant, one of the largest stars currently known, with a radius about 1183 times the Sun. Wow. It's a part of a Cygnus association, one of the closest members. Oh, so the name NML comes from the names of these 3 discoverers. Amazing. Amazing how they knit together. Like NML in 3 letters, 9 strokes equals 39. So it keeps the party going. I'm not joking, folks, and I feel led to mention this. All 3 of their last names divide by 3. And glaringly so. Negebauer equals 99. Martz equals 78. Leighton equals 90. That's glaring. So that, and then Father gets the last word though, which is Cygni. Folks, these are the history books that you can study for all eternity. God is not throwing away world history and all the humans that He used to glorify His name, Father. It's all very perfect. So put these 3 gentlemen together, whose last names all divide by 3. It adds to a triple of the 24th prime, a very nice 3, 267. 3 points short of the great perfect cube of 3, 270. Was discovered in 1965. Crazy. It's commonly referred to as NML Cygni. Father gets the last word. Its composition began to be revealed with the discovery of... Disturbing. Now, you can find Father in all the elements, like he's on the bookends of oxygen, and it's crazy awesome. So in the constellation Cygnus. Well. Oh my. There's the famous SYN, which equals Father, as in synergy, synergizing. And then you get a bonus 31, which is also +1. So I see a glaring Father staring at me in Cygnus, deriving its name from the Latinized Greek word for swan. Okay, so let's stick with our by the way, the name Hercules belongs to Father. Okay, Hercules equals the Father. Okay, so Hercules equals the Father. That is the name of a constellation, if I understand, but Hercules equals the Father. Man, that's so beautiful. Watch how you can solve Hercules for Father. There's a couple ways, but I'm going to prefer the symmetrical way. The dead center of Hercules equals the bookends of Father. And every letter divides by 3, differing by 3s. This HS makes a multiple of 3. This EE comes in to parallel the TH in the center here. And then this AE equals 6. The R and the L both divide by 6. So there's one example of a perfectly symmetrical painting of how God the Father owns the name Hercules, okay, which is a constellation. Okay, that's what it's called. So God in his merciful sovereignty, I believe with all my heart, has allowed this name Hercules for the mathematical glory of his own name, Father, the name above all names, which Jesus told us about. Amazing. So, apparently it's in the Hercules constellation. You talk about data that God is aware of. Yeah, so the Hercules. Okay, so one thing at a time. The largest stars in the universe. So NML, Father. And so that's the red guy. And we solved the biggest guy, so that did not disappoint. I love photos. I'm having a tough time seeing it. But that's all right. Okay. So the list of largest stars, and then number Canis Majoris practically ends in Father. All right, we've really screamed this one really high. Okay, but that was cool. Oh boy. Well, that was fun. These are some of the most epic names there are, like Antares. Oh my gosh, there's Father and Antares, just pop off the T. Oh my gosh, Father's at the dead center of Antares. Just like Father's at the dead center of the Lord. Is there any imagery of Antares? Antares star. Well, it's a big star is what we know. All I know is that Father's at the dead center of Antares. That's what I'm here to confess. And glaringly so. Defame it like there. The T-A-R-E in Father. And then the N is the F plus the H. Done. Father's at the dead center of Antares. Now if you call it Alpha Scorpii, that'll parallel Father. And this is referred to as the heart of the Scorpion. Disturbingly, Scorpion parallels Father. In fact, Father's at the dead center of Scorpion. And Antares is called the heart of the Scorpion. Whoa. Oh, Antares is right there. The heart of the Scorpion. He counts the stars and calls them all by name, and disturbingly, he's been sovereign over the naming of all this. So Antares is huge. It's called the heart of the Scorpion. It's the brightest and biggest in the Scorpion. But what's shocking to me is that Father is at the dead center of Antares and at the dead center of Scorpion. Furthermore, he's also at the dead center of Scorpius, because you just changed 2 letters, but the center stayed the same. So we just got to the center of one of the most famous galaxies in the universe, or constellation Scorpius, which is called Antares, the largest star in Scorpius, and we found Father at the dead center of this whole thing. Talk to me. Here's an actual image of it. Antares. I'm amazed. So check this out, kids. Antares, Scorpion. I don't care whether you say Scorpion or Scorpius. Father's at the dead center of both. And glaringly so. Like, glaringly so, folks. Because the I-O in Scorpion or Scorpius equals the bookends of Father. And then the center two letters equals the center of Father. You have that same phenomenon in these letters with Antares, where you have those letters exist in Father, and the N is the F plus the H. It's disturbing. So Father's at the dead center of Scorpion. And he's at the dead center of Antares, which is the largest star in Scorpius. Done. So are you starting to understand that Father is at the center of everything that has ever been painted and ever built, that has ever been seen and ever will be seen by human eyeballs? That shocked the pants off me. Antares is at the heart of Scorpius. And the word heart is on the end of Father. So Father is really proud of this constellation and wanted it to be named. So here's sort of an overlay of what people have done. So they kind of draw on the Scorpion. And there's Antares, which is essentially the... Okay, I see what they're sort of getting at. They're trying to relate how this looks. I see. So they're trying to piece together kind of a claw figure. Interesting. Anywho, I'm here to solve the names of these things for Father. God said that they would be for signs and seasons. And the word sign goes to Father, just like the word season. Just like the word wonder. I mean, that's what the stars do. They are a sign, they are for a season, they are a wonder. All of these words parallel Father. Sign, season, wonder, miracle. So someone went deep here on... So Antares is apparently the head of the Scorpion. Literally the brain area. So Father's at the center of Antares, he's at the center of Scorpion, Scorpius. Oh, that's the name. There's a star named Scorpius, which is also at the heart of this constellation. So Father's at the center of Scorpius, he's at the center of Antares, so he takes the belly of the Scorpion and he takes the head of the Scorpion. I would not recommend arguing with Father. Okay. Now I want to know the tail. Less Sath. Crazy. This has all been detailed. Crazy. Even if you just call it Scorpio, you still have the Father right there. So Antares, crazy. There's a lot of different labelings of this. Strange, but divine. Yeah, so Scorpius is a name of a star. Apparently it is. Crazy. I mean, folks, disturbingly, the word zodiac equals Father. And it's just, a zodiac is simply the circle of 12 30-degree divisions of celestial longitude employed by Western astrology and astronomy. It's basically just a scientific way of like dividing the night sky. It's a celestial coordinate system. Doesn't mean you have to believe funky things about... I'm here to preach the glory that zodiac equals Father. Equator principle. It comes from the Greek word from zoo, circle of little animals. That's crazy. Zodiac means circle of little animals. I have reason to believe that God may have been sovereign over the naming of the constellations like Scorpion, for the sake of his name, Father. I mean, animals equals Jehovah, circle of little animals. Huh. Cool. Interesting. I would not be at all surprised. This goes back to the 6th century, folks, that people were finding animals. You know, God is sovereign over all this, I believe, with all my heart. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing Father through all of this. You don't have to believe false things. Yeah, see, even in stained glass windows, Zodiac is... So here's what they are. God is proud of all of his creatures. I don't have a problem with a lot of this. Crazy. Anywho, that's a lot to dig into, but the obvious is staring us in the face. Zodiac equals Father, the name above all names. There's the center of Father, 28, and the rest equals 30. Alright, well, this is new. Crazy. Alright, well there's a big list of stuff for people to filter through for the name Father. Ay caramba. I marvel. Like the planet closest to the sun is oh, there's another Centauri, which was Proxima Centauri. That's cool, because Centauri equals the Father. Crazy. Man, even the guy it was discovered by. You get really fast at this. Mr. Innes is flawless for Father. It's Father minus 30. Anything with Centauri is pretty awesome, because Centauri equals the Father. Jupiter. Let's just quickly find Father and Mercury. Just get back to some familiarity before my brain explodes. Mercury. No, you can't. The offset is flawless, but you can't get a 58 or a 91. Alright, I think I'm taking a brain break.